This is a crazy throwback story I'm covering today. The man about to get on this bus now in the pink shirt is going to find out on this bus journey that he took somebody's life. He gets a phone call and you'll see his reaction. This guy had been involved in a confrontation earlier that day that got out of hand. So let's get into what happened. So back in 2012 in Colchester, Essex, a Facebook party was advertised which both the man in that clip, Redman, and Jay Whiston attended that party. At that party it was said that the numbers grew and some people whose presence may not necessarily have been wanted were at that party in attendance, and some of those who attended the party came from out of the area and were in big groups. Jay arrived at the party at around 8:30 with a friend, and at that period no one was really mingling, there were just various groups talking and around 100 people were at the party. Redman then come with his group of friends and then there was an air of unease and tension, and they were quote unquote spreading an air of fear. Mainly because his group of friends were slightly older than the other people at the party and had been drinking earlier that evening, it was said. Now outside the party, both Jay and Edward would come across each other. Basically a row had broke out, a dispute about a drink, and Edward got out of control. Jay then stepped in and said we don't want no trouble. He was then hit and bladed, and even Redman was following him away as he was staggering. As he was staggering, Redman was saying I'm gonna do him, and he was struck with a bottle. Despite best efforts, he had lost his life at the scene. Rest in peace to him. As for Redmond, it was said that he made off from the scene. And also, when he was on them phone calls, apparently he was encouraging people just to say it was a group situation that got out of control and trying to cover up what happened and plan his way out already. But what actually happened on that night in Colchester, we'll catch up to him soon. All of his family members that tried to cover up for him in this situation received time themselves, but he got the biggest of them all. 17 years inside was his sentence, which I think is quite light considering it was unprovoked and the guy was even telling him I don't want no trouble. What's his excuse for that? He was even trying to cover his tracks in the situation. After being seen running for that bus and finding out what happened and being shocked and making frantic phone calls, it said that he deleted all the phone history and was trying to get rid of his clothes as well. Helping him dispose of stuff was his father, brother and girlfriend. Meanwhile, Jay's family were finding out the devastating news at Colchester Hospital. So the people he was making phone calls to that knew what happened and didn't come forward were given time. The people he was speaking to on that bus journey as well got in trouble for the incident. This is the full extended CCTV clip. So at first you'll see his friend will get on the bus. His friend is the one in the black top, and then him shortly behind him is the one in the pink top holding something in his hand. So they'll get on the bus and just think it's a normal journey, talking to some passengers on the bus. Even after they were just in that altercation, they don't know what's gone down completely. They think it's a normal journey. I'm not sure if they didn't have an Oyster card or something. It seems like it was haggling to get on the bus for free because they was talking to the bus driver for some time. Eventually they managed to get on and find a seat at the back end of the bus. Now at this point you can see him checking his phone. He's waiting for his friend to sit down and probably just going over the events of what happened, messaging friends and all sorts of people. He shows his friend something at this point in the CCTV that he's quite surprised about and decides to go sit next to him to show him even more about what's on his phone. A minute or so later is the chilling moment he finds out what he's actually done and frantically paces back and forth. That's it for this video guys, a very crazy story. Rest in peace to Jay as always. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.